YouTube, it's Kathy, and a couch full of other people. We have Paige, we have Angel, and we have Taylor. I will leave all of their information linked down below so you can find them on the internet. We've spent the evening so far playing some bookish games, so one of those videos will be on Paige's channel, and one of those videos will be on Angel's channel.
Probably in 2 years.
And then Taylor doesn't have a channel yet, but as this evening goes on, we're just like, you need to make one, because you're very entertaining, so please do. I will subscribe.
Taylor, you have a YouTube personality.
Yeah, you really do.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yay! I'm very excited.
Hey, guys, I don't have an aesthetically pleasing bookcase to film against.
I do not either.
What
Check out my
do I
setup.
do? Okay.
No, you have a wall full of art. Like 3 walls full of art. And then the wall of ears.
I have my wall of Mickey ears. That'll be my backdrop.
Yeah.
I thought she meant me.
Not
I feel like
So, since we are friends on this couch, I've decided that we're going to do the BFF tag. I found it on a random website. I will link where I found it down below. I have no idea who did this originally. I just Googled until I found something we could do that's friends related. So the first question is, setting the example, a pair/group of BFFs that you love.
Simon's friends in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Simon's friends in the movie can fuck off.
A little bit, yeah. Definitely. I would love to be in that friend circle.
Yeah, even Leah. I know Leah is the one in the book that kind of has the reaction of the whole group in the movie, but I tend to sympathize with book Leah a lot because I had a lot of those like things going on in my life.
I love book Leah.
Yeah.
I also am fine with movie Leah. She's a completely different character, but whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm also a sarcastic asshole, so that's how I go.
They're such a good, like, healthy friend group.
I actually haven't read Simon yet, and I wish I had,
Oh,
because then I could
Simon's
agree
so
with you.
good.
Yeah.
I know, I loved the movie, except for when the friends were, like, dicks to him, so I would love...
Leah's the only one that has kind of a negative reaction about all of it, like, in that vein, but she has way more justification in the book than she does in the movie.
It's weird, because, like, now that I'm being asked to think of friends in books, I literally can't think of any.
The Golden Trio?
Because, yeah, well, those are the ones that come to mind, but I don't want to be basic, Paige.
I guess.
Can I say, like, I really like the dynamic that's Harry and Luna in the books.
Yes.
I really love their
Absolutely.
friendship dynamic. I think one of the reasons that I love stuff like that so much is because in most books, especially in YA, you don't really get just, like, group of friends because there's so much romance involved, so it's either like one of the friendships pairs off into romance, so then it's not really the same dynamic anymore, or the main character develops a romantic interest and then like the friends kind of are just like pushed to the side for the rest of the book.
And he like asks her to Slughorn's party as his friend, and they're both like, yeah, let's just do it.
And she really helps him when a lot of other people abandon him. She helps him feel like his emotions are justified without it being like romantically based.
Have any of you ever read Dress Codes for Small Towns?
Nope.
No one
It's about this like 6-sided friendship, and like they call themselves the Hexagon because they're cool. I love them. And it's like this great friendship group that's really tight, and I think that everyone should read it if they want a friendship book. Our next question is childhood bestie. What book character would you like to have grown up with?
Not to be basic or anything, but Ginny Weasley. Book Ginny.
Oh yeah, Book Ginny's the best.
Yes.
Just off the top of my head, Violet Baudelaire from Series of Unfortunate Events.
Good one.
I think when I was younger, I only ever read like the first couple of books, but I always remember loving her because she would pull her hair up in a ponytail when she had an idea, and she was just always so clever and responsible, and I really would have gotten along
And
well with her.
polite. So well mannered.
Just lovely.
No matter how many of those adults would be like, you children are so rude. She was never rude.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys read Geekerella?
Yes.
Not yet.
Okay, Geekerella is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm gonna pull from the supporting cast of Geekerella right now and say that I would have loved to be friends with Sage growing up.
Yes.
Sage is like one of my favorite characters, I think, of all time.
I can't wait to meet her.
You're gonna love her. So
sure.
Geekerella is a retelling of Cinderella with cosplay, and so Sage is the Cinderella character's co-worker. They work in a food truck, and she's the one who helps the Cinderella character make her cosplay so that she can go to the con, which is the stand-in for the ball. And like, I got into cosplay a couple years ago, but it's like something that I really wish I'd gotten into a lot sooner, and that I really wish I'd been a part of the community a lot sooner. So I think having a friend that was like like, yeah, be yourself, and also let's dress up, it's cool. When I was little, it would have been really awesome.
Our next one is Frenemy. Which book character would bring out your competitive side?
Like, literally everybody brings out my competitive side.
You're like, I need to put my competitive side away.
Yeah.
We have that question.
I need a Luna who's like, just chill out. Like,
Forgotten every book I've ever read.
I know, it happens in every book tag.
I hate to go back to Harry Potter, but I think Hermione would.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone, when they first read Harry Potter, especially like if you're a girl with brown hair who likes to read, it's like the Belle thing all over again. Like, oh my god, she's just like me.
Yeah.
And I think that if it was a real person that I knew, I'd be like, there can be only one.
I don't know about competitive, but are you thinking about anybody else read Ugly?
Yes.
Yes.
It's been a while, but yes.
Yes.
Shay is, if I remember correctly, she's like super argumentative and very
Yeah.
stubborn. And like, I am also those things. If I'm remembering Shay the way I think I'm remembering Shay, all I would do is argue with her. And that's competitive for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should
Competitive
be-
arguing is basically your sport.
I should be on a debate team.
Off the top of my head, there is a series that is super important to me because it got me through several years, and there's a lot of books. It's called the Private series by Kate Bryan.
Oh my god, I remember those.
Oh my gosh! I
Yeah.
love that series. Yeah, it was really important to me at the time. But the whole premise is like at a boarding school, and there's this almost like a sorority type thing, and the girl there, her name's Noelle, and she like runs the place. Off the top of my head, I want to say that because I feel like I would really want to go to that house if I were in that situation. And I always admired her as a character because she like went for what she wanted and was really confident, and so I feel like I'd want to be that so much that maybe I'd be like competitive against her.
Our next one is Fashion Guru. Who would be the bestie whose closet you'd raid or go on a shopping spree with?
Blair Waldorf.
Yeah, Blair Waldorf.
I mean, money, yeah. There you go. Laura Jean had some interesting fashion.
Oh
I think
my
that I
god!
would, yeah.
Claire Jean!
Yeah.
She wears all pastels.
Crap. Yeah, you're right.
On the one hand, I'm like, all the pastels. And then on the other hand, I like leather jackets and combat boots. And I don't know, I'm sure there are characters that fit that description. And just
escaping you at the
Yeah.
moment.
Maximum Ride?
I don't read James
I think she wears that, and she has wings. Oh, you don't want to bar her clothes. They all have holes in the back for her wings.
Honestly, Leah Burke. Her
Yeah.
clothes would fit me.
Exactly. Her clothes would fit and they'd look badass. Yeah.
And she wears boots.
You should cosplay her.
Yes.
Like the cover of the
God,
book.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes,
yeah.
all the time.
Okay, okay, I'll do it.
Our next one is the bad influence. Which character would you want to commit a small act of rebellion with? Katniss.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the first thought I had, but also like Joanna Mason would be way more fun. I love Katniss, but Joanna Mason would be
I love
like way
Katniss,
more
but
chaotic about
I
it.
don't think
Yeah.
her acts of rebellion would be small. I
It's
think she
true.
would end up
It's
in jail.
I'm gonna say Emmett Cullen because
Oh my God.
he's gorgeous. We would be like the best Bonnie and Clyde, and he's a vampire, so he can, carry me on his back and like run out of the situation, and he's very mischievous, so I'm here for it.
I really like your logic for that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
That's fun.
That was well thought out. I dig it.
I like it. I'm gonna go Percy Jackson.
Okay.
Solid.
yeah.
I feel like Percy Jackson's pretty self-explanatory because
Yeah.
he's always causing trouble.
Yeah.
And he usually gets blamed for it, so I could just run away.
Blood Brothers. Which character would you want to be your surrogate brother or sister? So instead of looking for a friend right now, we're looking for an actual person you would consider a sibling.
So many.
Ooh, Felicity from Ladies' Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, and also
Okay.
Gentleman's Guide to
Right.
Vice and Virtue. Because I'm reading the second one right now, and I'm really digging it, and I think she's just wonderful.
Ramona Blue. Can't remember her last name, and I don't care.
She doesn't need a last name. It's Blue.
It's Blue. She's so cool.
She is very cool.
I'm gonna go for another Twilight answer because it's on my mind and say Alice Cullen because she's also the best and she would take me shopping and I love it.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about Tall Boys I've Loved Before, and I was thinking Lara Jean, but I really like Kitty.
Yeah.
She's really
Yeah.
cute. I would love to have her as a sister.
Mother Hen. Which character would you want to be by your side when you're having a bad day to cheer you up?
Esme, who cooks even though she doesn't eat.
Yeah.
She cooks for you, even if she doesn't eat the food.
I like how much we're leaning into Twilight with this. This is great.
I'm just like, who bakes cookies? Laura Jean is my answer for this one. Laura Jean would bake me cookies all the time.
Yeah, she would.
Well, she'd bake cupcakes, but it would be fine because that's good too.
Is Molly Weasley too obvious of a choice?
Oh my God, that would be
no,
great.
Molly Weasley is legitimately
everyone's
the best
mother.
mom in
She
the
is the
entire
mom.
series.
Yeah,
series.
she's
That
the
is
mom.
perfect.
All right.
From a Sarah Dessen book, Just Listen, his name is Owen, and I love him because he has his own radio show, and he's like tall and broody, and
You want him to be your mom?
no, I want him to like comfort me.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay.
make me a mixtape or something.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Our next one is the counselor. Which character would you go to for relationship advice or confide a secret to? I know mine. Because it would be super adorable to do this. I would confide in Cecil Palmer from Welcome to Night Vale. Just because, like, the whole first season of that show, and then the book, because they turned it into a book as well, is just him, like, talking to the radio and being like, what should I do with my dating advice? How do I date Carlos? And I feel like now that they're in a committed relationship and all that stuff, he'd be fun to take my own relationship problems to, and we would discuss them, and it would be really damn cute.
I was gonna go like similar in terms of personality, probably like PETA from the
Okay.
Game.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
would be a good listener for
He'd
sure.
be a good listener. This would be fun if we did this like for just Harry Potter characters. Because that's where my brain goes first on all of these, and I'm like, no.
Speaking of Harry Potter,
Leave the
like,
bubble.
my brain is just like Neville. That poor boy, I would tell him, I feel like he would listen to me, but I would also listen to him.
Yeah, he just needs a hug.
He needs a friend.
He needs
Yeah.
a friend.
A Snape-hating friend like
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel like when I watch this back, my answers are I'm gonna be like, why did I say that? But, and I know Kathy's read this, I don't know if you have, but it's from The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Yes.
I would want to confide in, like, present day Evelyn Hugo, who has already made all of her mistakes and has learned some advice, and I feel like she would have a lot of wisdom to impart on me.
And our last question is, more than friends, who would be your book boyfriend, girlfriend, book person that you would be in a romantic relationship with?
Peter
Because
Kavinsky.
Yeah. I was going to say, let's not binary this, but you were just too excited about Peter Kavinsky, because of course you are.
This is why I'm bi. I can't pick things.
I mean, just to make it super awkward in this room, I would pick Etienne, not this guy who's sitting on the floor playing his Switch while we make this video, but Etienne from Anna and the French Kiss, because he's super fucking adorable.
Oh, yeah.
And his name is great.
I loved Cricket.
Oh,
They had
Cricket
weird
was
names.
also freaking great. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go back to Geekerella again.
Yeah, do it.
Because I really like Darian. I have difficulty with like characters in romance books most of the time because it's always like the insta love or the love at first sight, or like I feel like there's not enough development, and like I don't connect well to that, and I don't connect well to romances that are based on like physical appeal. And I really like Geekerella because the chapters go back and forth between the guy and the girl, and they don't actually meet until the end of the book, so it's completely emotion based. Because it's a text conversation, and he is a movie star, but he's a nerd.
Yeah.
And he is really into geek culture, and he likes going to Comic-Cons, and he is also really kind and supportive, and is just a generally good person who is also a geek.
I'm counting comic books. It's happening. My husband's Thor. We already know this.
Yeah.
We've already established.
This is canon
I want
fact.
Peter Parker. I want Spider-Man.
I literally cannot pick anything else. My mind is like, I'm married to Thor, so there's no other option for me.
Yeah, no, I definitely have a lady option though. Frances from Radio Silence, I think I would get on with Frances really well because like that overachieving in school but not really knowing what you actually want to do thing, that was me when I was her age. Yeah, she's a lovely human being. I think we'd get on very well.
I'm trying to pick a lady, but my type is so specific, and they're not in a lot of YA books.
It doesn't have to be
What's the type?
tall.
Basically, like tall, like biker chicks, essentially, like Megan Fox.
Yeah.
biker
I want to
chick
go
type.
like urban fantasy, I feel
Yeah,
like.
and I've read like one of those.
You probably haven't read the October Day series, but she would probably be your type.
Someone has to have written Brooklyn Nine-Nine fanfiction, just say Rosa Diaz.
That could be an answer.
We did
I'm
it.
fine with that being an
Okay,
answer. It's my
great.
tag. I can do what I want. Well, thank you very much for joining us for this tag, and thank you very much for these lovely humans for doing the tag with me. Like I said, I will be linking their channels / Twitters down below. Do you agree with any of our answers? Do you not agree with some of our answers? Let us know down in the comments below. On the way down in the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye!
We did it! Guys, this was my
Yay.
first time being
Oh my
in a YouTube video!
Yay.
I've never done this before, this was really fun!